But yeah, I just like to be more focused on tuning in rather than technology, but this is the technological world. Right, okay, so I'm recording. I'm going to start with our roll downs as usual. And please let me know if you can hear both me and the music. Is the music loud enough for you? Yeah. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do is this time I'm going to just do the roll downs so that they last a little bit longer. So we're going to go just until I basically, until I say that we're going to stop. Because I always feel like we don't have quite enough time, and I think it would be good to see you doing some more push-ups. Because that's the kind of person that I am. Okay, so we just start on the top of the edge of our mat, with the length of the mat in front of us. And we're just going to roll the shoulders back, breathe in, and as you breathe out, tuck your chin into your chest and start to roll the spine down. So really this time, because we've got a bit longer, focusing, especially on this first couple, on articulating the spine. So there's no hurry here. And then walking the hands forward, taking them just outside of the mat. So we're going to have a nice bit of a wide stance here. Knees or toes, maybe toes to start with at least. Knees to start with, and pushing up 3 times. And then when you've done 3, walking back. Hang out at the bottom here for a minute. Just letting, maybe just swaying from side to side. Maybe clasp your elbows, just release the lower back. And swinging from side to side. And placing the arms back down, just letting them hang, letting the head hang. Breathing in. And as you breathe out, begin to move the lower back. Then rolling up through the thoracic spine. Slowly lifting, so you feel the chest lifting and the head should be the last thing to lift. And then roll the shoulders back again. We can do that 2 more times now, a little bit more quickly, but still quite slowly. So breathing in, rolling the shoulders back and down, bringing the chin to the chest and rolling down. See if you can feel each segment of the spine and keeping the hands close to the legs here. I'm loving my leg warmers. I'm getting to look at them and feeling their warmth. So hang out here for a moment at the bottom and then slightly bend the knees as you walk forwards. When you get to your plank position, choose knees or toes. Bring the hands out slightly wide of the mat. Again, knees or toes, breathe in to prepare, and then our 3 press-ups here. Walking back in when you've done your 3. Hanging out at the bottom for a moment, breathing to roll up. Head coming up last, shoulders rolling back and down. And this time we're going to do that again. So rolling the shoulders, bringing the chin to the chest. And we're going to add a press up on the end here, remembering to keep the hands close to the legs as you roll down. Walking forwards. Rolling through the spine as you walk forwards into plank with the hands. And then we're going to do 4 press-ups this time. Squeezing the elbows in, keeping them next to the ribs. Try not to let them flare. And walking the hands back. We're going to do that 1 more time. And as a special Wednesday treat, or whatever day you're doing this, insert day here, we're going to do 5 on our final roll down. We're just doing an extra long roll down push-up session to start. So beginning that sequence again, bringing the chin into the chest after you've rolled the shoulders. Rolling down segment by segment.
4, 3, 2.
Feeling the weight at the bottom, bending the knees slightly, walking forward, rolling through the spine, feeling that roll through the spine as you walk it forward. 5 press-ups, please. Squeeze those elbows in, squeeze your belly, and squeeze your bum, and keep breathing. And then walking back for the last time. And rolling back up. That is our roll down press ups. So say a slightly extended version today to get a few more press ups in, a bit more articulation in the spine. So I'm going to remind myself of what our next exercise is. 4, 3, 2, 1. Because I haven't got my list in front of me. Oh, where is it? There we go. Ah, yes, so we've got body weight squats. Okay, so body weight squats. Stand with our feet just slightly more than hip width apart. Yeah, you can add weight if you want to, but you don't need it just yet. So we're going to be having our hips, feet up slightly hip width apart and sitting back. And we can also go 2, 2 down and 2, 2 up. So we can go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and back up again. So focusing on sitting back into the heels and squeezing the glutes on the way up. Keeping the chest lifted as you sit back down. So that's it, halfway. Let's change it up. Let's go 3, 2, 1 and push. Really pushing the ground away. 2, 1 and push. 3, 2, 1 and push. Sinking back down like you're sitting in a chair, and then split the floor. 3, 2, 1. Push from the glutes. 3, 2, 1 and squeeze. Okay, shake the legs, have a little bit of a break. What do we have coming next is a hover hold. So this is our minute-long hover, but we're going to take a break in between so that we are going to do 2 30-second hovers. So knees or toes, we come down to the mat. As we were looking for a flat back, so straight back, knees or toes. And all through this, we're going to focus on keeping the core engaged. So what's the core? The core is everything from the shoulders down to the glutes. So that's where you want to be focusing your attention, making sure that is engaged. So breathing into those areas to give them extra oxygen, give them extra attention, and squeezing. Not too hard so that you're not breathing, so make sure you keep breathing. But pulling this navel into the spine and pulling the glutes in. Okay, just take a brief rest. And then coming back up again. This time, as we've focused on the squeeze in the first half, we're going to rock just an inch forward and an inch back, and you can do that on knees or toes. Now the challenge here is to keep the back straight, and the way that we do this is through keeping that core really engaged, really switched on. And rest. For some reason I'm struggling to remember what's coming next today. We've got glute bridges next. Then we're going to change it from dumbbell rows to bicep curls. So now we're going to get down onto our backs. Feet near the butt. Yes, ready. And if you're having a good back day, then come with me. Otherwise, remember it's pelvic tilt. So squeezing up and coming down. Squeezing up and coming down. You can slow this down so it's even slower. So you can go 4, 3, 2, 1. So adjust this to where you are today. So you can go 2 up and 2 down, or 4, 3, 2 up and the same back down. So that's halfway. Thing to focus on is making sure that you're really firing the glutes. So making sure that you're switching them on and squeezing the knees in towards each other, trying not to let them flare too much. We're looking for a straight line between the knees and the hips at our utmost point. Last one. Okay, give the knees a hug, rock gently from side to side, and then bring yourself up to a standing position and grab your beam weights. So today we're going to do bicep curls. So I'm going to come a bit closer and show you bicep curls. So we stand hip width apart, and our positions here. So we've got our palms facing forwards. And we're going to lift up. I'll just show you as we do it. So we're going to go 1, 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2 and back down. Then we're going to go in the middle, 3, 2, 1 and down, 3, 2, 1 and down. So really small movements up to the shoulders and down. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2. And you see that as I'm doing this, I'm twisting my arms. So as you come up, you're actually twisting the arm. Let's go back to our pulses. So really small pulses here and down. 1, 2, 3 and down. Let's do a couple more. 1, 2, 3 and down. Very small and controlled movement, just above and below the navel. Let's go back to our 1 and 2, 1 and 2. So as we come up, we've got our palms facing forward, and on the way down, we twist them back inwards. Okay, that is our dumbbells. I think we've got crab walk now. So get your band ready. Pop it around your ankles.
Oh, I can't find my band.
Okay, don't worry if you can't find it. We can still make it work without the band. We need to step a bit wider. So sink down into your squat position. And so I want you to sink a bit lower if you haven't got your band. So this will still work. And then back the other way. So stepping wide. I'm really focusing, like we do with the squats. We're focusing on sinking down like backwards, and that will help to fire up the glutes and the hip abductors. Back the other way. 2, 3, and 4. Are you feeling it even without the band?
Yeah.
Keep the core squeezed and the chest lifted, and keep sinking down. So step wider to challenge yourself a bit more. Make it a bit faster now, as you're not using a band. Great, okay. So we're going to go back to our roll downs now. We're just going to do 2 sets of roll downs, but we're going to stick with those 5 press ups. And that's one for a walk across the room. Okay, so getting ready. We can even start now. So breathing in and rolling the shoulders back and down. Let's make the most of our time. That's it, rolling down. Should be warmer now, so the spine should be a bit more mobilized. That's it, so 5 press ups. Squeezing the core and really pushing through the palms of your hands. So take a breath at the bottom here and then breathe out to roll up the spine. You can come up slightly quicker now because we're warmer. Rolling the shoulders, breathing back down. Feeling that spine roll as you move forwards, that's it. Squeezing the core, belly into navel. 2 more. And climbing back up, lovely. So we're back to our body weight squats. And if you want to challenge yourself here, you can take one of your tins of beans. You can step it up a bit. Otherwise, body weight alone is absolutely fine. I'm just going to take a little 2 kilo weight here. I'm going to hold it just between my collarbones. Let's take the feet slightly wider this time as we squat. So sinking down and up. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And even though we're wider, we still sink back into your squat chair and show from the side. So sinking full range if you can, because we're doing it quite slowly. When we get to halfway, we're going to change the pattern again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pushing the knees out, keeping the chest up. Sinking into the heels and squeezing the glutes as you come up. So really pushing the ground away. And seeing if you can come down into full range if possible. Yeah, looking good. Excellent. So hopefully you'll really be feeling this in the glutes this time round. Yeah, that's it. I just missed the halfway point there. But that's okay, we've still got a good workout. So I think it's our hover next. Yep, so our hover. So we're back down on the mat here, facing down, knees or toes. And we're going to add something a little bit different in our hover this time. So we're going to do knee lifts. So from your knees, we're going to be doing this. So 1 up and then down. Okay. So knee up and down, other knee up and down. And again, we're challenging our core stability here. We're challenging our core stability because we're moving a part of the body and we need to squeeze the core, we need to squeeze the belly in and squeeze the glutes in order to stay stable. Just check that your elbows are under your shoulders here. That will help with stability. Let's just do a static hover for the rest now. So static hover, knees or toes. So we're just going to be staying in the same spot. So find a spot to look at. Squeezing the glutes in. Imagine your body is like a plank of wood. Squeezing the belly into the spine. 3, 2, 1, and down. Just come back into child's pose here, releasing the shoulders and the back. And then making your way onto your back when you're ready.
There's someone at my door.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute.
So we're here recording. Okay, so getting ready on your belly. And this is the break now, actually. I'm on my belly, sorry, I meant on your back. Yeah, you've got it right. Okay, so maybe just bring the knees in here and just rock from side to side and we'll wait for the next interval to start. So just loosening up the spine, giving the lower back a bit of a release. Oh. Okay, so placing the feet down near to the buttocks here. To challenge yourself a bit more, you can cross your arms over so each hand is on the opposite shoulder. And coming up and coming down. So we can do this in a 2-2 rhythm. So 2 up and 2 back down, 2 up and 2 back down. And as you come down, try and roll the spine if you can. So you're starting with the ribs coming to the floor and letting the tailbone come down last. And if you need to do that slower, then that's absolutely fine too. We're going to change the rhythm just now. So we're going to be coming up faster and coming down slower. So we're going to squeeze up and then come down for 3. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Squeeze up, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze up and down, 2, 1. Really firing the glutes on the way up because you've got this more explosive push. Up, 2, there we go, down, and up, and down, 2, and 1. Remembering to squeeze the knees together as well as just squeezing the glutes. So with that 3 down, we've got more opportunity to articulate the spine. 4, 3, and this is your last one. Great. Excellent. So we're back to our dumbbells for beams and bicep curls next. So yeah, that's it. Anapanasana. Bringing the knees into the chest. I forgot to do that. So get beams at the ready. Beans are good for the heart in more ways than just eating them. We start here, but as we bring them up, we're going to turn the arms like this and keep the. How does that halfway? I didn't even even start. Okay, let's just do an extra long one. So we're going to lift up 2 and down 2. So keeping the elbows in as we come up and as we come down, which is really important. So letting there be support from the core and the knees being slightly bent. So we're lifting all the way up to the shoulder in a controlled way. And the important thing is to make sure that our elbows are staying in the same position. Let's change it. We're going to pulse 2, 3, 4, and pulse 2, 3, 4. And see how small this movement is. We're not moving the elbows. And if you can try this on your own in the mirror, you can actually see your form, so it can be quite helpful. Let's go back to lifting. And as we turn the arms, so as we make this rotation, it's okay if you don't do it, but this helps to give us that definition that you see when you flex your arms. So it helps to give you guns nice definition. That's it. So we're going to go to the end of this where it says get ready, because we started during an interval. Start to feel it now. Okay, and that is it for that. We're now going to get our crab walking bands if you can. So you have got time to grab a dressing gown belt if you want to.
Yeah, I do.
Wrap a pair of leggings around your legs. It's up to you.
Band.
Ah, you found it, brilliant.
It's the same colour as the jigsaw roll mat, so it blended in.
So when you're ready to start, so we're now 2 and 3 and 4. So sinking down into those legs, working the quads and the glutes and the hip abductors. So really challenge yourself, because this is your last move. So see how wide you can step. And back. So as you do this movement more, you'll get all the little tricks of keeping the chest up, keeping the belly in. And once you start to make these little adjustments in your posture, you'll notice as you're not doing them. So chest up, belly in, legs down. You might even feel like, actually, I want to step wider. I want to sink lower. So feel if you feel that you want to challenge yourself. I can really feel this in my quads now. So I know that this is good for me. So this is an extra long one because it's the last one. I'm being mean and giving you 1.5 minutes. Oh, are you feeling the burn yet? Because I am. So not too many more now. And that is all the hard work part done. We're just going to have a stretch now. So stretch out the quads, finding balance on one leg, knees together, hips push forward, arm out for balance if you need it. So we're pulling the bum to the foot or vice versa and pushing the hips forward. Feel that stretch down the quad, changing sides. So you should be able to feel a stretch down the front of the thigh. Oh, that is a lovely stretch. And then taking one leg and crossing the ankle over above the knee. And we're going to sink down here. If it's easier for you to do this lying down, then you can also do this lying down. But you look like you're doing good there. So you're stretching the glutes here, so sinking down as if you're sitting into a chair. Should feel like a lovely stretch in the glute med. Ooh, and changing sides. Ooh, this one's a bit tight. Every side, both sides are usually different for me. I'm definitely tighter on this side. So just breathing into that. And coming back up. Stretching out the biceps, so just opening up the chest. And then clasping the hands behind. Giving the legs a shake. Giving your body a little rub anywhere it feels a bit like it needs a rub. Telling it, well done, thank you body. Importantly, having a little dance to celebrate that it's finished and you've done really well. Very important part of exercising, yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1.